Greetings, fellow cannoneers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Cataclismo, Episode 6, Mistfuel Firepower.
Past expeditions failed, but we are stronger, and I have just the contraption to prove it.
So now we are headed to the Highlands. And we gain another knowledge point. And it looks like you guys want me to spend it in improving the lobbers so they get a larger splash attack. Works for me. So now all but the Citadel's bonuses are unlocked. And these unlock levels are based upon prosperity levels. So after I complete Chapter 6, Mistfuel Power, I get access to this tier of unlocks and then so on and so forth. And this is the Mistfuel Power that I was just talking about. I'm sending you instructions for the weapon you requested. I hope you know what you're doing. I don't know. So the main objective is to defend the Citadel at all costs, and the optional objectives is to establish a bomber's workshop and pick up a lost page. Bombers, huh? Sounds fun.
The scholars send instructions, Overseer. We're to build mist-fueled cannons?
That is right, Herald. I will not let us become another lost expedition.
You won't regret it, Overseer. I've been sent to show you the cannon's power myself.
Okay. So we have a new unit.
Huh?
A Hogar Cannoneer. They're a low ground unit. If they fire below 4 meters above the target, their attacks slow the enemies. And they have a long cooldown, but a really large splash attack.
Eyes open.
Alright, taking a look. We have Prosperity level 2 unlocked if we have enough oxygen and wood. And then in terms of the direction, we need to pick up a lost page and reach Prosperity level 3. So this is also going to be one of those missions where we need to build up a considerable amount of our own economy. We need to, really invest in economy. So one of the first things I should do is to figure out where I can start to get more wood and more stone. So for sawmill locations, there's a decent enough spot here. And then there's a decent enough spot here as well. And I'm going to invest in both. And then start pasting down, once I have the wood, our blueprint for oxygen. Not like that. Oh, I think these horrors are close enough that it's actually physically blocking me. The other thing I can show you is now that we have Thunderbolt, I can cast Thunderbolt.
We will prevail.
And you can see the... Oh, okay, there we go. You can see the power of some of her abilities.
The sky is darkened.
Where she just nuked all those horrors and made them disappear.
Good.
Just about instantly. Lovely.
We will prevail.
Alright, let's figure out where I want to first invest in walls, because we have a lot of stone, and I want to make sure that I'm not going over my max, so we're actually gaining stone. So it looks like there's already a gate here, and I'm just going to start improving where that gate is. And we have this new stone brick that is 3 wide, rather than the 2 wides. And they're very unit efficient, because they're, for 3 wide, they're 6 stone apiece. For the 2 wides, they're 5 stone apiece. So incorporating as many of these 3 wides as possible is going to be pretty good bang for our buck when we're trying to build large scale walls. So keeping an eye on the actual cost of these things is pretty handy. That's a nice basic wall that will keep us protected. It does look like there are beacons on the other side of it, so we might want to own the other side of this, meaning that improving upon this wall even further might not be worth it, because it seems like the game's pushing us towards claiming the territory beyond it. So there we go. We just got another windfall of stone. And what should we do with this? I think at this point,
Eyes open.
figuring out if we want to increase this wall or build beyond this point would be ideal. So it also looks like there is there's a quarry opportunity here. The trouble is, if we build a quarry here, it's going to be hard to defend it because there's mist here. And the only way to guard from that mist would be to have like a weird floating part of the base here, or to have a wraparound wall along this edge. I think a wraparound wall isn't necessarily an unworkable idea. It just is going to be a little bit more difficult to lay out than the walls we had built previously, because it doesn't have like nice straight sections anywhere. And then if we ever want to exit it, that's like a whole different matter. Maybe what I'll do is I'll have this inset like this. Yep, that'll work. So if we ever want to exit it, I'll put the gate here. So, very start of a wall, but you can see how it would come together. Yeah, thank you for the resub. And that allows us to use a quarry here and also, like, keep it somewhat defended. Now, there are ramp sections here that I have to be cautious about because I don't want the enemies to, like, ramp up and go beyond my wall. So that's something to keep an eye on and be concerned about.
Masks on.
I'm also purposely, let's call it terraforming, to have the sections be nice and flat so we can build more easily. There's a little bit of a stone cost, but it's not prohibitive.
We will prevail.
And all I need to do is make sure not to block the actual gate. So now we have a nice flat surface to which we can build our oxygen and whatever other infrastructure we need.
We are needed.
Okay, so we can definitely put a quarry back here. That is pretty isolated and it's not going to get attacked. But it's outside of our territory, so we'll add a beacon. Plop the beacon, maybe right there. The other thing, it's actually pretty far away from the Citadel, so we might also want to consider adding in a warehouse around that area. Okay.
The valley, that's right.
Let's check this direction. So we know that that direction is safe and is not going to be attacked. this direction needs a lot more build support.
Masks on.
And we're also looking for a lost page while we're out here.
Huh?
So there's a brood nest over here that we could destroy. And I don't know if... Oh, I can get a warehouse here. The only issue is the warehouse would block the path. So the best way for me to manage that is to build the warehouse on like an arch so that the warehouse is elevated, doesn't block the path, but can be supported. Or alternatively, build a flat section so that we can bridge along, like, for a large enough physical space for the warehouse. So maybe that's what I'll do is to try to build a raised section here so that we can actually construct the warehouse. So let's see. I need it to be a little bit larger for the warehouse. I think I'm actually going to go with the arched raised design, because that might look pretty cool. So this allows the units to pass under, no problem. And if I play my cards right, we can stick a warehouse up on top of it. Okay, it needs to be one wider. Where everything below is still plenty passable. That should be big enough for a warehouse, I think. Yep. And then we could just put a staircase in, and the miners will have no problem getting there. So no, there's no terrain blocked because there's archways. And the quarry, the path between the quarry and the warehouse is short. Alright, my units did destroy that brood nest. Perfect. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start investing in oxygen production with all of the wood that I'm just came into Windfall. Lots of oxygen.
The pálido shines.
There's another quarry potentially to be built back there. But for that, we would need to expand our walls up to here. The trouble is, there's this alternative path over here as well. So this quarry is a little bit harder to protect. So we would only really want to expand out there if we had no other solution.
Somewhere. Yes.
Yeah, we need a bridge to the other side.
We are needed, yes. Eyes open, masks on.
There we go.
Good.
Little exploration bridge. And there is that stone to pick up if we want it.
Prevail.
So oxygen production looks really, really good. I'll start upgrading our troop capacity max and the troop passive upgrades for like range and damage and the like.
Eyes open.
And then this tainted ground indicates that there's a tainted beacon nearby, and it's right there in the corner there. So we'll go destroy that tainted beacon so that we can build in this section.
The masks on. We will prevail. We will prevail.
All right. I think I do like where this gate is, and I'm going to increase this wall rather than to consider constructing elsewhere. I think I'm totally okay with the wall being here. And in fact, I might even have it be 1 unit wider. Big beefy walls make me feel safe. Don't you agree? So some of the edges of this wall are little, some slightly smaller pieces, but for the most part, and that only really matters when it's really low to the ground. Once it's high up, it matters a lot less. And then I'll stick a section in here just so that we can pass by here. Because if we want to get my units that I just deployed back, now they can come back into the base much faster.
Eyes open.
But let's keep exploring while we're out here. But yeah, that wall will work. Alright, research. Damage for hit, bowmen, HP for lobbers. In order to earn the... Okay, and I am unlocking Prosperity level 2 now as well.
Uh-huh.
Alright, there's tons of resources back there. I like it. Let's go grab them. I don't even know why I'm building it too wide. I don't even need it that wide.
Masks on.
There we go.
Huh? That's right.
And here's another brood nest. So we will rally our troops up on the wall for a bit of a height advantage,
good.
So that the enemies can't easily get to us. Because there's Furies in this grouping, so we want to be a little bit more careful than previously. But also I can use my special ability to just sunder the hell out of the group so that they're neutralized a lot faster. Let's roll out a whole bunch of bowmen. So the other direction I haven't explored is this one, but there was already a wall here, so I felt a little bit safer ignoring that direction. Okay, that brood nest is gone. That was fast. And our prosperity is now level 2. So in order to have the prosperity be level 3, we need a masonry guild. The masonry guild requires 18 citizens to be freed, so we're going to need quite a tidy sum of shacks. So the other directions that I haven't yet defended, I've defended from the east. I have defended, well, I already had these pre-built walls. I don't necessarily like these walls, but I have pre-built walls built to the north. The west is open, and the south doesn't have any ingress points. So the west is open only because I just have the very basic structure of walls here. So I want to improve upon them. But let's go ahead and start to invest in houses first. So, I think what I'm going to do is use a little bit of my stone to create a, to improve the terrain so that the houses can be built into, like, nicely neat and ordered rows. Like this. Nothing like row houses. And then any of the stone I have left over, I'll start to invest in the outside walls. These are going to be uber jank, aren't they? But if it keeps the enemies at bay, that's fine. So because they're on a terrain sloped ramp, I'm having to like landfill a lot in order to get the structure up. But it gives me access to a whole nother quarry location, so I think it's worth dealing with it. We also lost access to this area, so I'm going to add another beacon in, because if we want to add a quarry here, I need a beacon here anyway. I think that's probably the next thing I should build is a quarry once the shacks come in. So now with the prosperity level upgrade, let's research weighted net as well.
Yeah.
And put some bowmen up on this wall so we can start killing the
Eyes open.
Actually, where is Edith? Yeah, let's have her go over there and start clearing out the horrors in this area so we can explore every direction. So with the other people I just added in, one thing I don't have... Oh no, we should be able to fit a warehouse in there as well. I think. This is pretty mineral... it's not very mineral rich where this quarry's going in. But if I should be able to build a platform to be able to support a warehouse here, I hope. So it needs to be 4x4. Let's see if that's even going to be possible. Yep. Should be fine. It's gonna butt up right against where the walls are. But I don't really see an issue with that. And luckily there's like full refunds, so if it does become like a bad issue, I can always redesign it. But there we go. Now the mine has very close access to a warehouse, and there's still a valid path back to the base because... Oh no! I need to move this gate one over. Or move this mine, because this does block it. Okay, I'll rebuild that. Because we want this gate to be able to walk through these... I'll increase the visibility layer here. To walk through these arches and then back up to the citadel. So instead I'll have this go the other direction. It'll be slightly longer of a path, but it won't run into the same path blocking, path violating problems. There. So now it snakes around a little bit more, but it doesn't block the gatehouse.
The night is nearly here.
Okay, with the night announcement, we have got only enemies coming from the north. It is dozens, so that's not a terrible amount. One of the things I could do is, yeah, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to rally all of my troops out to this, this sort of like peak here. And then, it doesn't look like there's really any resources beyond this point. So I could just wall it up. Meaning, design the defenses in such a way that, like... my troops out here get free fire on everything below. I kind of like that. And all that I really have to be concerned about is the total toughness. So at least up to toughness 2. With dozens of enemies, I might want even higher toughness. Like push it to the max if possible. Well, this gives me really awesome line of sight on the enemies incoming. And pretty good height advantage over the enemies that are below. And in fact, I could even bridge it across like this with a gate in the middle here. So that even if one section of the wall falls, the enemies don't really have access to get to my troops, because they would then still have to go through a locked gate. That works for me. It just takes a while to backfill the walls because their terrain's really, really uneven. Oops. That was weird. My undo button didn't work. Is there more stone to be picked up anywhere? So there's a stone over there. Let's grab that with this archer that I'm training. And then also consider yet another quarry. Just a really low yield quarry. One here because it's really close to the citadel. Just because having a high income of stone will be nice.
Not enough stone.
Eyes open.
Something else to help here is any of the infrastructure here actually could be made of wood, because hypothetically this stuff isn't going to come under attack unless I fail miserably. So we could have I could design it in such a way where I'd rather have there be physical terrain underneath where my troops are, because if there isn't physical terrain and it collapses, my troops then would fall into the mist and die. So I won't design it in such a way that that could happen. But if I designed it like this...
Huh? Yes? I've got this.
With a platform... then I could add a whole bunch of, like, damage boosts and... So let's do... Maybe what I'll do is I'll put a fire arrows pit, like, in the middle of this. So that all of the archers around here subsequently benefit from fire arrows.
Cannon ready! Why not?
The pálido shot, that's right.
Doing it. Yeah, I'm on my way.
And then, likewise, I could have this... I could add the... Well, okay. Before I do that, I think there is a benefit in making it stone, so I could put merlins on it. Or windows. But I'll do merlins in this case. With a range boost. And then I can also put damage boosters in there as well. So we just have a lot of high damage output area. I need to sneak some stone under there.
Post me high. Right away.
It's not perfect, but it's pretty good bang for the buck for something so simple.
Yes? Where to?
The pálido.
Yes? Right away. The horrors are coming. Yeah? Post me high. Doing it.
Eyes open.
Okay.
Masks on.
So let's see how this little bastion works. And before the horrors actually get here, I will invest enough in these walls to kick their quality up to another tier of toughness, I think.
Not enough stone.
Or almost. If I get rid of this layer of stone, I might be able to add Merlins in to increase the defensive capabilities, because the Merlins add more of a bonus than...
Not enough
Okay,
stone.
so this section is done. And I'll save up stone for the other section.
Not enough stone. You're joking. That horror left pupae even as it died. Don't overlook them.
All right. So these are centaurs, high health horrors that spawn pupae when killed. It does high damage in a wide area.
We are.
These are your wall wreckers,
The sky is dark.
and definitely the things to kill. But with the height advantage, damage boosted fire arrows, they're nothing. We melted them. I like it. Alright, I think at this point, I should focus on trying to get the Masonry Guild so that we can get Prosperity level 3, because Prosperity level 3 comes with a whole host of other benefits. So for that, I need a population of at least 18, and we're sitting at 4. So let me get the pop up a little bit.
Atlas ready.
That should be plenty. And then tonight, the enemies are probably going to come from a different direction, but the I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send some of my troops out from where they're deployed, leaving enough troops behind so that they can defend the walls from the day fighters, you know, because the enemies do attack during the day.
Yeah.
And I might also want to put an archer or two on this wall as well, just in case they attack this direction too. This wall is relatively undeveloped, though, so raising the total height of this wall up to its total fighting height would be good as well, so that it's ready for like stairs and all that. And obviously that's going to cost more stone than I currently have. Oh no, I got it. So I think that's probably a good height. I'll check by adding a Merlin to see if it brings it up to max. No, that's not max toughness. So it's probably going to need a little taller. But I'll wait on that until I have more stone. It's a strong enough wall that if like random enemies attacked, I don't think they're going to be able to get through quickly. And then this side of the wall needs to be one higher because it's the ground below it is one higher than the other side. So for this to be a contiguous wall, the whole thing needs to come up one level for it to look right, let's say.
Not enough stone.
Perfect. So then both halves, left and right, are got the toughness max. So this is done, more or less. I just need to put more units there. And we're having our intrepid explorers poke about the map, further.
We are need. That's right.
Because there's something going on over here. And I still have yet to find that extra page. So now that I have the population, let's get the masonry go. It's a big honker of a building, and I'll stick it right here. And that should allow us to get to prosperity level 3.
We will. Eyes open.
There's a brood nest up here. Some minerals, and what looks to be a page. Perfect. So then the wall that has really been neglected would be this one. I haven't seen any scheduled attacks coming from this direction, but that's not to say that I ought to neglect it until they happen, because that would be pretty foolish.
Low oxygen production.
Thank you for tuning in to Cataclismo, which originally streamed live on Twitch August 13th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you at next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Ogarians.